Hello living large people. The next video that I'm going to show you is a how-to video to use the Living Large Homework Help Manual. So what this manual is a binder with a daily schedule, medication schedule, a goal tracker, a habit tracker, and exercise visual cues. And it's meant to supplement those exercises that you're supposed to be doing every day with the Living Large program. And it's going to be used to ensure you're staying on track with your medications, your exercises, your activity level, and it's going to allow you to set some goals to keep using those high amplitude, big movements in functional activities. So what this video is going to be is a little bit of a how-to video on using this manual. Now, not everybody in the Living Large program has this manual currently. I am working with occupational therapy leadership to find a way to send some more of them, and you can pick them up hopefully in the future at the functional outpatient Parkinson's disease wellness group, that Friday group that meets for exercises. So hopefully we'll have that in the future, and this is going to be a how-to video on how to use the manual. Enjoy. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you is the little side tabs. As you can see, you can read them. It says daily schedule, medication schedule, goal tracker, habit tracker, and exercise visual cues. And what I'm going to be doing is going through each of those and kind of showing you how to use them. Okay, so let's begin. So let's say I want to get to the daily schedule. I'll pull that tab, and ideally this would have multiple sheets of this. So this is just a weekly schedule, as you can see. It's Sunday through Saturday, and the days all start at 5 a.m. If you're getting up before then you might need to create a longer, more extensive sheet, and they go down to midnight. And so what you can use for this is, let's say on Monday morning, I'm going to have my breakfast here, and then I will do my exercises at 9 o'clock. Then perhaps maybe to kind of keep myself on track for activities that we can talk about later on in the goal tracker. Maybe I'm going to go on a walk at 1 o'clock around the neighborhood, then do exercises again at 4, play cards, get some social interaction down at 7, maybe you're going out to supper here at 6. And so what this can do is it can give you kind of visual representation of your activities for the day. So you can write in and plan them all out. You can write the dates, like let's say today is April 5th, and it'll go through, well, you ideally would start on the Sunday, but you can write your dates and the week, month, and everything up there. And so what this is going to give you a chance to do is just to have your day kind of planned out and to kind of ensure that you're getting those exercises done, and also planning in some time for functional activities to keep that activity level up. So now if I want to get to the medication schedule, just grab the tab, pull it open. So this is again the same format, that Sunday through Saturday type format. And so what you can do here is, as we know, in Parkinson's disease management, medication management is very important. So in the morning you may take your carbidopa, levodopa. Maybe you take Tylenol and some other drugs. You can write those all in, and this can also correspond very well with your VA provided pill planner. And so you can have this and your pill planner right next to each other, and as you're looking at this, you can have your pill planner over here and just filling them out. This actually will have additional slots that the pill planner might not have, but as we know, occasionally with that carbidopa levodopa medication of Parkinson's disease, you may have more than 4 times a day that you're taking medications. So I've added in those extra slots, but this can be a useful tool for managing your medications and staying on track. And perhaps you can even backtrack to the daily schedule and add in, take the meds here, take meds here, write small if you need to, or if it needs to be doubled up on something else. So there's just a few ideas. So the next tab will be the goal tracker. So this goal tracker tab can be used in conjunction highly with the daily schedule, but it also can be very useful with the habit tracker as well. And so what I'd want you to do here is goal description. Maybe your first goal would be, I will complete my 2 times daily exercises all days this month. Then you can track your progress throughout the month, maybe make a few notes here, and then at the end of the month you can either mark achieved or not achieved, write a little plan for improvement, and then go on to the next month and decide if you want to carry over that goal or up that goal. You can also use this goal tracker to set functional goals, like I will go to the grocery store with my wife, 3 times this month. Or I will go on a walk X times this month. I will go to the gym 4 days a week, things like that. Then you can schedule those things into that daily schedule. And you can also go down to this tab, the habit tracker tab. And write in those goals. So if you are really organized, you might just put goal 1 here. Or let's say goal 1 was the exercises 2 times a day. Then, as you complete those exercises 2 times a day, you can cross off days. And let's say you miss a day, you might circle it or leave it blank, and that way you can find a way to track your progress on those goals. And so it's kind of a habit tracker, and it gives you kind of a visual representation of how you've been doing with those goals and functional activities. Notice that there are 15 slots here, and you can write in some extra ones if you'd like, but this can just be added, not only the exercises, but you can also just write down general things like walking the dog, staying on top of your medications, like successful medication management, like no missed meds, and then cross the days off. Maybe you miss one there. You can kind of track your progress and look at this month to month and see how you're doing. So for instance, this month would be April, and then you would ideally have several 12 pieces of paper for the whole year to kind of track your progress month to month. And then finally, I will go to the external visual cues tab, and that will show me external visual cues such as this one. These are essentially meant to be used with those exercises and the exercise video provided to you by the Living Large program. So you can see this one says eyes up. These are kind of common cues that we as therapists would give you, and it's just kind of a way to keep yourself on track. So this one you'd place down on the floor. As we know with Parkinson's, you like to look at the floor quite a bit, so we're going to try and counteract that. This is that 6 to 8 out of 10 effort. So this one you'd want to place upright near eye gaze. So if you're watching the videos, kind of place it near the TV, just somewhere in your line of sight to kind of remind you to keep your effort and perceived exertion nice and high. Use intent. This is one that's used a lot with speech therapy. Again, place near eye gaze. Still want you to be counting nice and loud during those exercises that you're completing every day. And this one is, of course, big posture. There's another posture video on the site that I encourage you to check out, but this is just going to be something to remind you to keep that upright posture and your eyes up and your back nice and straight during the exercises. All right, and that is a little how-to on the Living Large Homework Help Manual. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much.